Arrow Season 4, The Flash Season 2, Gotham Season 2, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, Agent Carter Season 2, Legends of Tomorrow Season 1, Supergirl Season 1, and Daredevil Season 2. These are the 8 shows that I'm going to be ranking in this video. These are all the current comic book shows that just ended or have ended this year. So I'm going to be ranking them from my least favorite to my favorite, starting with number 8, Agent Carter. I wasn't really a big fan of this season's Agent Carter Season 2. It was a disappointment. Season 1 was surprisingly very good. I was blown away by how good Season 1 was. I was not expecting the level of quality that we got from Season 1. So coming into Season 2, I expected a bit more. Fortunately, we didn't get that something more. I just found myself struggling to feel excited for the next episode after each week. I had to force myself to watch each episode because it just wasn't that entertaining as last season. So that's why Agent Carter for me is the worst out of the bunch for this season. Is that a reason why it got cancelled? I don't know. I would like to see a season 3 because they ended on such a big cliffhanger. So you can't cancel a show and then not tell us who killed. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't watched it. So moving on. So number 7, Legends of Tomorrow Season 1. Yeah, it got better towards the end of the season, but it just didn't work for me that well. It was very good, don't get me wrong. All of the shows were very good. Arrow was disappointing, but we'll get to Arrow in a minute. But I'll explain why I put Arrow above Legends of Tomorrow, but we'll explain that in a minute. Yeah, but anyway, Legends of Tomorrow, because it's first season, it's just starting out, it's just trying to figure out where it's at. It's trying to figure out the formula, what works, what doesn't work. So I'm not going to be too harsh in it. It's just especially because it improved towards the end of the season. It improved. But yeah, I was really excited for the pilot episode because we've never had a team up series in DC TV. So I was really excited. But the first few episodes, it wasn't as the level of quality I was expecting. So that's why it's number 7 for me. What do you guys think of Legends of Tomorrow? Did you think it was better? Would you rank it higher than 7th? If so, where would you rank it? Share that down below in the comments. So number 6, I had trouble choosing number 6 between Arrow Season 4 and Supergirl Season 1. At first, I would have said Arrow Season 4 was better than Supergirl Season 1, but that finale, oh my goodness me, no. That I just had to Supergirl Season 1. I'm putting Supergirl Season 1 above of Arrow Season 4. So therefore, number 6 is Arrow Season 4. That finale was such a disappointment, but that's not the only reason why it's number 6. Arrow, like I keep saying, is my favorite show, but it just needs improving, man. I'm going to be doing a video on how I think the show can improve, so be sure to subscribe to get that video. I'm not sure when I'm going to post it, maybe this week or next week, but yeah, subscribe so you will know when to get it. Anyway, the show, it was just up and down all season. There were a few individual good episodes, individual moments that I liked. Just overall, it just wasn't Season 2 or Season 1. Definitely not Season 2 or Season 1. And I've always been saying that Season 4 of Arrow is better than Season 3 of Arrow. But now that I'm looking back at it, I actually kind of liked the first half of Season 3. It's just that when it came to the second half of Season 3, that's when I didn't like the season. But Season 4, it was a bit all over the place. But for a long time, I said Season 4 was better. Right now, I'm not sure. It may well still be better than Season 3. But I think they're even. So yeah, Arrow Season 3 or Season 4 I should say, is 6 on my list. Now, 5th, Supergirl Season 1. The show started out it was good. It started out okay. It started out okay. I really liked the pilot episode. And then it got better, especially in the second half of the season. I was in love with the second half of the season. That Red Kryptonite episode, it was titled Falling. That was episode 16. That was the perfect episode. the perfect episode. The second best episode of the season was the Flash crossover, but the only problem I had with that was the climax. Barry Allen did not do anything in that fight, in the climax. But that was my only disappointment. That was my only complaint in the Flash and Supergirl crossover. But other than that, if it wasn't for that, that would be my favorite episode. But I have to give my favorite episode of Supergirl season 1 to Foley, because that episode was spot on. They paced it so well. It didn't need to be a two-parter, because really, something like that would usually be a two-parter episode, but they handled it so well. But yeah, it got better at the second half. But the only thing I didn't like in the second half was the villain, Raz or something. I don't even know what his name was. I didn't like the main villain at all. But anyway, nothing is perfect. So yeah, Supergirl is number 5. Number 4. Okay, this is another issue that I had choosing. Number 4 was between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3, and The Flash season 2. I had to go number 4 with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3. I had to. Hear me out, yeah. If Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3, if the second half of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3 was as good as it was in the first half of the season, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3 would be in the top 3. I wasn't really... The second half of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 3 was good, but it took a step down from this first half. The first half of the season was quick paced. It was so good. I applaud that. It was so good. I really loved the first half. If I was to judge it on the first half alone, I would definitely put Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the top 3, maybe even top 2. It was that good. But unfortunately, it just fell short because of the second half. I just wasn't really a fan of Hive as a villain. If I would say between Grant Ward and Hive, I would prefer Grant Ward by a mile. I like that character more. He's more interesting, and we've come to know Grant Ward since season 1. And I like his character, and it's a shame that we're not going to see him ever again because he's now dead. Spoiler alert. But yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4, season 3 is my 4th. So my 3rd, The Flash season 2. Although the finale of The Flash season 2 was my favorite episode of the entire season in any of these shows, the Flash season 2 finale, it just wasn't. It just wasn't as good as season 1. It wasn't as good as season 1. Zoom as a character, as a villain, wasn't as good as Reverse Flash. I like Reverse Flash so much more. I just like the personal conflict between Barry and Eobard, or Barry and Harrison, or whichever way you want to call it. Let's just say Eobard, because that's his real identity. But yeah, the overall, I just felt it felt a bit repetitive, because Zoom was Jay Garrick, or Hunter Zolomon, whatever you want to call him, a guy who's pretending to be on the good side, but really he's an evil guy. The same thing. That's the same thing as season 1. It felt kind of repetitive, to be honest. But nevertheless, it was a very strong season. The finale of The Flash season 2 is my favorite episode of The Flash of all time. Before, it was The Flash season 1 finale, but now it's the season 2 finale. But yeah, The Flash season 2 is my 3rd favorite. Second favorite, it is between Daredevil season 2 and Gotham season 2. I don't know. I don't know. This is hard. But I'm going to conclude that second place I'm going to give it to Daredevil season 2. I have to give it to Daredevil season 2. Second place is Daredevil season 2. Gotham is the best, had the best season on this season of comic book TV. Gotham season 2. I have to give it, and I'm only gonna give it to Gotham this season because I don't think next season it's gonna get top spot again. I think that someone else is gonna get that top spot. Last season Daredevil and the Flash was tied for me, but this season I'm gonna give it to Gotham. But yeah, let's talk about Daredevil first. Daredevil season 2 wasn't as good as season 1, like I said in my Daredevil season 2 review. I'll link it in this video, attach it to the video so you can check that out. It was only not good because they didn't focus on the Punisher storyline throughout the whole season. If they focus on the Punisher storyline throughout the whole season, then then Daredevil season 2 would have been the best, would have had the best season out of all the current comic book TV shows, in my opinion. So yeah, I wasn't really a fan of the Elektra storyline. I felt the Punisher storyline was much more interesting, much more intense, much more engaging. It's a shame to see him take a backseat. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Daredevil season 2 is second on my list. Now, the winner, Gotham season 2, and I'm giving Gotham season 2 first spot. This is my second reason, by the way. It's because it was not good last season. Gotham season 1 was my least favorite season of last season's TV shows. Now it just made a significant improvement from the first episode. It was so good, so good. Jerome Velasca, aka the Joker that should have been, but they killed him off. They shouldn't have killed him off. He is what made the show kick off. He's what made the show go off to a good start to begin with. So I don't know why they killed him off. But the season finale, it reveals that he's alive. Well, we are to believe that he's alive because we heard his laugh in the background in the final moments of the season. So I can't wait for season 3. So yeah, that's my season ranks of these current TV shows that came to an end. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Where would you rank these comic book TV shows on your list? Share your thoughts down below in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later for more videos.